you know about Planet Fitness, they some bullshit. I don't care if they hear it either. Listen though, welcome back to DBPOTD. You feel me? I know I had to get that out real quick, man. I had to say it. They bogus, man. Look, I had no idea. They've been charging me for the past 4 months, and I had no idea that they would still charge me. And I talked about this in an old video. I should have been canceled my membership. They bogus as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they bogus as hell, but it is it is what it is, right? So welcome back, man. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're feeling blessed today. You feel me? I feel great. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. I feel great. Today is a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and speak it out right now. I got a couple of y'all that I gotta talk to today, man. I got some of my people that I gotta chop it up with. So I'm gonna try to get these videos out in a timely manner. I got two DBPOTDs that's gonna drop on TikTok today. This actually, it might be 3 because I might drop this one today too, or I might wait. Actually, I lied. It's just gonna be 2. It's gonna be this one and episode 52. Y'all aren't gonna be able to see episode 51 for my TikTok. The reason why, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it 1,000 with y'all. These folk, they paying attention, man. I told y'all in that video, I knew they was gonna do me like that, bro. I knew they was gonna take my video down. I already knew. That's why I told y'all in the video, share the video with your peoples because they gonna take my video down, gang. I told y'all when it comes down to information and misinformation, when you are informing, you're misinforming. When you're misinforming, you're informing. They roll it out the opposite way. So whenever you hear somebody tell you or talk to you and they tell you like, hey, my stuff like is getting taken down because of misinformation, I'm going to tell you to start listening to that person. You know what I'm saying? Not everything they say, just take everything they say for truth and all that, right? But start listening to some of the things that person is saying, because something they said sent the flag off in that video. You feel me? To the people that's going through the videos, or the computer system that's going through the videos, whatever the case may be, it sent the flag off through the system to be able to tell that video, to tell basically the whole organization, hey, let's get this video off our platform. It's not good for us, right? So with that being said, I sort of hinted around it in the last video, but trust me, we got moves that we gonna make that's gonna secure us. We still gonna get information out. We still gonna talk about everything. We still gonna make sure that we address things how we supposed to. You feel me? We gonna make sure that, you still can see the big picture, that you can still understand what's going on. I'm gonna get you right. You feel me? I'm gonna still make sure y'all good. We are gonna have to word things a little bit differently. Just for the person that's also gonna know like what I said on my TikTok, because I told y'all I wasn't, planning on watching my words, but I want you to understand. And I said this at the end of my video on 52. Listen, you're gonna have to learn the rules of the game, and you're gonna have to play them, bro. Certain things right now in our life are being tested. You get what I'm saying? They being tested, bro. Especially when it comes down to rights. They being tested, bro. So you're gonna have to learn how to maneuver in the game that we in right now and still make it work, because the saddest part is, if you don't, it's gonna be hard for you to be able to reach all the people that God needs you to be able to reach. And that was something that I had to make sure that I told myself, like, B, make sure that you feel me? Make sure that you lock in on that right there, because it's a lot of y'all that I'm starting to talk to, and if I slip up and get myself, you know what I'm saying, thrown up out of here, and y'all can't hear some of these messages, it's gonna hurt y'all. So I gotta do what's right. I can't worry about, the fact that it's wrong that a nigga should have to move like this, but it just is what it is. We gonna have to do what we gotta do. you know. So with that being said, man, we got the company SOGP. I think that's the name of the ticker symbol. Tap in with it, man. And the reason why I'm showing you this one as the screenshots are going through, the reason why I'm showing you this one is because I really want you to be able to just take a minute to see how these pops really happen, y'all. You get what I'm saying? So I took one screenshot, showed you that $4.51 area. This was when we get to the daytime, right? And then I showed you another screenshot where I showed you the top of that candlestick, which is around like $16.58, right? You take that, divide it, see the percentage that you get from it. You'll get 367%, right? Bro, that's a pop. That's a pop, gang. That's what I be talking about. And these moments happen way more often in the markets than people understand, you know. And that's what we over here in Real Rack Market, that's what we specialize in. We find these moments, and when we find them, we know how to utilize them. Whether it's like a moment like this one where the company is already rose how it rose, and now we're trying to see where it's gonna go from there, or vice versa if we're trying to catch that rise. Now, in this case of this company, it is a chance that it could continue to go up. I'm not gonna say that, but you also have to be very mindful that that volume, that hit, that drug it all the way up like that, it might still carry out some of that momentum today, but it's also very possible that that momentum might dry out a little bit and it might split some of them prices back down. So don't be shocked if this goes back down first before you ever see it go back up. You feel me? But I was mainly showing y'all this one because I just wanted y'all to get more visual aid on seeing how these markets can pop the way that they do, on seeing how they can go from a bottom and then hit a top in a day or 2 days or 3 days. And some people think that these things take years. Sometimes it might take years depending on the timing and the position that you got in at. But when you figure out a way to spot these moments in a quicker or more designated way, it makes it way more simpler for you to just be able to hop straight in and hop straight out if that's what your goal is. You feel me? But you know, overall, y'all know the vibes with how I always tell y'all, don't do that. Don't necessarily just think like that. If it happens like that, like for instance, if you catch a company that does something like this 300% in a day, you should take your money out, bro. Take your money out and reinvest with it. Don't sit there and be that greedy guy that's like, oh man, it done went up 3 times. Let me see if I can get it to go up 7 times. Don't be that guy. I'm telling you, don't be that guy. Take your bread and go find a new position in some other company that's gonna do the same thing probably tomorrow. You feel me? Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Stop doing that. You got to diversify your portfolio. That's something that I'm going to be really hammering home as we get way deeper into these DBPOTDs. I'm going to be teaching y'all a lot of fundamental things that's going to just naturally keep y'all in tune with how you need to be moving when it comes down to these markets, how you can position your money. And for the people that think that they got to have buku money to just be able to make a couple moves, I want to be able to show you, bro, you don't have to have all this money to be able to do certain things. You need some kind of capital, you need some type of income, you need some type of flow, you need some type of budgeting that you can use to be able to organize your money in a strategic way. You need that for sure, but you don't need $1 million to be able to learn to invest. You don't even need $100,000 to need to learn to invest. For the ones that told you that you need 10,000, you don't need 10,000 to learn to invest. You can literally start investing with $1,000. You can start investing with $500. You can start investing with $300. You can start investing with $100. And if you really are committed and want to build, you can genuinely invest with $50 or $10 and build your account up. It might take a little bit longer, but bro, I'm trying to tell you, compounding these percentages, adding those profits up, reinvesting those profits, and keeping this account completely separate from any type of spending, bro, you are golden. You are literally going to be building an account. Even if you add $2, $3, $3, $3, $2, what's that, $13? That's $13 in a week. Say you did that all in that week, and say you started off with just $10 and you just made $13. You just doubled what you started with. You feel me? It might sound like it's impossible to do that, but when, again, type those base numbers in that I always give y'all, and then type a percentage in beside it, and multiply them base numbers by the same percentage, and watch how the total, my bad, watch how the total literally just adds zeros, bro. So if you do 10 and you multiply that by 300%, you gonna get $30. See what I'm saying? Boom. 10 times 3 is, you know, keep it simple. I know my brain look, you see I had to cook it up for a second. I was even being a little slow for a second. Boom, you got that 10, that you multiply that by 3, that's $30. Boom, you got 100, you multiply that by 3 because it's 300%, that's $300. Feel me? You got that 1,000, multiply that by 3, you got $3,000. You see how we just keep adding zeros? Because the percentage itself and then the capital is going to create the funding. You don't need, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's really simple once you understand the principles of this. And then once you get a little bit deeper into it, then you can, you know, start maneuvering a little bit woo how you want to. But bro, understand the foundation, and bro, you're golden every single time. You can't. And then one thing I also want to put out there too, the only way for you to lose your position in an investment is for you to either close your position, right? You either got to close it, the company has to close down, or they got to go below zero, right? Which basically means that they prices plummeted. It ain't good no more. You feel me? Those are the only 3 ways, majority of the time, that you gonna lose your position, or unless they merge and they don't just automatically merge shares. You feel me? So maybe 4 ways. All right, those are the main ways on a natural day-to-day basis that you will lose your position on any investment. Other than that, I want you to hear me on this. When you open a trade, given that the other 3 points don't happen, the only way that you are going to lose on that trade is if you close that trade early. You get what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna lose any money on that position, is if you decide that you want to close early. Other than that, unless any of them other 3 scenarios happen, your position is good. So it's really gonna be a mind game for you whether or not you can hold out, whether you can be patient enough to let this happen the way that it's supposed to, or whether you're gonna try to rush the process and make things happen the way that you want it to, or do this or do that, or whatever the case may be. Now, the fact of the matter is, I gotta go. I got things to do today. I love y'all. I hope that y'all staying blessed, prayed up, all the good things. Talk to God today. If you didn't, make sure that you're saying your prayers. Spend quality time with God. He deserves it. Do not sit here and act like God don't deserve all the time that he's been giving you. He done gave you all this time on this earth, and you act like you can't give him just a little bit of that time back. You feel me? That's crazy. But either way it go, like I said, I got some things that I got to do today. I'ma holler at y'all. Y'all gonna see plenty of me, especially my YouTube. I'm catching y'all up. We got 3 more days. Got like 20 more episodes to go. 3 more days to do it. Y'all think we gonna do it? I do. We out.